You're listening to the Bearded Theologians podcast hosted by Zach Bechtold and Matt Franks. If you'd like to find out more about the Bearded Theologians, you can go online at beardedtheologians.com, where you'll find all of our past podcasts and other blog posts that we have up, along with some other items that you can purchase to help support the Beardcast. So we hope you enjoy listening to this week's show. You're listening to the Bearded Theologians podcast hosted by Matt Franks
and Zach Bechtold.
We had some technical difficulties yesterday, and so we weren't able to get out a day 3 reflection like we wanted to as quick, but there might be some fruit in us just fermenting and meditating on what happened yesterday. So Zach, I'll let you start and talk about what you had saw from your perspective online.
Yeah, so again, watching General Conference unfold online is really difficult because you're not there. But it's also really fruitful because you get to have a lot of conversations and see things on Facebook and social media. And yesterday was definitely tough. Being a proponent of the one act plan, it's early. The one church plan. Watching that fail was really, really difficult in the tone of everything online, from me to the conversations that we were seeing on Facebook and other places, dramatically changed. I mean, the wind was, we didn't have a room per se, but the wind was knocked out of our cells. Air was sucked out of the room, and it just left everyone with a lot of questions of what now? What do we do? And especially in our conference, where we're living into the one church plan now, and have been for since last General Conference. It leaves us with a lot of questions, a lot of hurt, a lot of anxiety, and just simply exhausted, mentally and spiritually.
So if you've ever been kicked in the groin,
I have.
That's how it felt yesterday.
Yeah.
Most people know that I was in full support of the One Church plan. I felt it was the healthiest first step for the church to move forward on the LGBTQI issue, and I thought it was a great place to start. But when it did pass, the shock in the room was such that you probably could have farted up in the press box and they would have heard you. That's how bad it was.
Right.
And then the rest of the day took this tone of just kicked in the groin and trying to recover from it. But then a young man by the name of Jeffrey Warren stood up to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And the spirit came back, and hope, the light came. And after he spoke, his 3-minute speech was, if you haven't watched it on YouTube yet, you're not Methodist, or you just don't care, go watch his speech. Very powerful. But
whether you agree with him or not, go watch it.
Very powerful speech. But then in his speech, he after his speech was done, a chant of Jesus loves me erupted. And if you want to talk, I mean, just the powerful that came out of that gave a glimmer of hope for today. We're entering into the last day here, and it's going to be rough. And people are digging in, and my prayer is simple, that hope abounds and love prevails. And so, go ahead.
Well, and I was just going to add, that same thing online as people were going to bed last night, pastors and bishops and lay people and folks that are there in those rooms, as well as here at home, we're sharing on Facebook, sharing the hope that they're finding in these moments. Things like what you guys experienced in the room with JJ, and singing, and just that hope, but also gathering and lamenting in bars and ending up circling up and praying as an entire bar, finding those moments in hallways and in hotel rooms and all of the places that we gather in finding hope. and so there was a lot of sharing last night online of those stories, of those places where, God, it feels like we just got kicked in the groin. What do we do now? Well, here's these bits of hope. Here outside of this big sterile room, there's hope. There's movement, there's passion, there's love and grace. And that is what's carrying us on into the next day. And so getting to hear those stories come back as well is huge.
So for today, for those of you that will be watching live stream, take care of yourself, take time, because that's important. And just be in prayer, because today's the day. Something's going to happen today. I don't know what. That something will happen today, and so we'll see. And so for the Bearded Theologians, I'm Matt Franks.
I'm Zach Bechtold. Thanks for checking us out.
We hope you've enjoyed the conversations that we've had today on the Bearded Theologians Beardcast, and we'd encourage you to continue those conversations online at beardedtheologians.com or on our Facebook page. We also hope that you pick up a couple of coffee mugs to satisfy your coffee mug collection. Have a good day.